Hey everybody, this is Eric Brady with Seattle Sound Home Inspections. Just doing a little repair on a furnace today. This furnace has been giving us some trouble. It shuts down after 3 attempts to light and then goes into a fault mode where it won't heat for another hour or so. So we're here just looking at it. I have diagnosed it previously, and usually it's just a case of cleaning a sensor. But because this sensor's now causing us trouble repeatedly, we're going to just replace it. So anyways, kind of what's going on here is this is the burner area. Gas comes out of this black pipe and shoots into these holes. And then inside of here, it's kind of hard to see, but inside of here is what's called a hot surface igniter. And what that does, it's the connections right here. And what that does is it glows red hot. And then the gas comes on, and when the gas hits it, it essentially explodes or turns into fire. And then that hot surface igniter goes off. The hot surface igniter is something that tends to go out on these furnaces. They're like a glow plug on a diesel engine. And they get very brittle because they get red hot every time they turn on. So whenever you're working with one of those, you just want to really make sure you don't touch those because they just crumble whenever they get touched. Hot surface igniter is fine on this furnace. The other sensor here is connected to this white cord, and it's in with a set screw normally, but I've loosened it. It lines up like this. We'll go ahead and pull it out here, show you what's going on. This is what's called the flame sensor, and what happens is the furnace wants to know that the explosion or the fire started, and because if the fire doesn't start, say the hot surface igniter is out, it doesn't want to just continue injecting gas and causing an explosion hazard. So this flame sensor, what happens is, this is called the technical name for this is a thermocouple, but all it is a circuit attached to a wire, and what happens is the resistance in the circuit changes as the temperature on the end of this little metal rod changes. And what happens when they either get dirty or they get old is the resistance stays high, so the furnace thinks that it's not lit. And so what happens is the computer in the furnace says, oh, I'm not turned on, I'm not burning, I don't want to create an explosion hazard. And then this valve closes, the gas shuts off, and the furnace fails to light. So these often go out, and as well as the hot surface igniters. So we're just going to go ahead and replace this one here. What I did, it's just a friction fitting here. See if I can do this one-handed. Oh, nope, can't. Let's go ahead and show you the new one. I literally ordered this new one on Amazon. And here it is. And I just held up the new one next to the old one just to make sure they're the same size. Let's do all this one-handed here. Here they are. So the new one's in the package here. It just slides on. It comes with a new connector. I don't need to use the new connector. What I like to do is I write down all the serial numbers and model numbers on the furnace so I have it for future reference, because since I'm not here at this furnace whenever something's going wrong, I have that in just a notepad on my phone, and I can order what parts I need whenever I need them. If you have a home inspection with us, that's in your home inspection report, your serial number, your model number. 99 times out of 100 we get that serial number off the furnace, and it's in your report. And so you don't even need to go look at your furnace, you just pull up it on your report, and you can do a little bit of diagnostics. Kind of an interesting thing here with these is they typically have what's called a heartbeat or a status light that blinks in a certain pattern. And let's see if I can show you on this furnace. There's a little clear window right here, and there'll be a light behind that window, and actually the blink pattern, it's called the LED code here. You can see it on this service sticker. All you got to do is read the sticker, and it will literally tell you what's going on. It's kind of like a check engine light on your car, except it's even less complicated because you do not need to pull out a code reader to read it. The furnace is telling you right on the front of the furnace what's the matter. So if you have a little bit of technical acumen, or you can just go on the internet and watch these videos on YouTube, you can usually change your flame sensor yourself without service. Now, as furnaces get older, we do recommend that you have an HVAC technician come and do a safety check or a cleaning occasionally. The reason for that is if the heat exchanger gets a hole in it, you can have exhaust gases get into the home. It's a good idea to have a service technician come out, but when you have a known issue and it's one of these two things, it's very easy to replace. There's no reason to at least try this. I think this sensor was $15. So, compare that to $150 minimum service charge from a HVAC technician, and you get kind of where we're coming from and why this is a good idea for homeowners to be able to do these kinds of things. So anyways, if you have any questions, need help with homeowner stuff, or need a home inspection, I'm your guy. Talk to you later. Bye.